Hello and welcome to the
Amy.cycling.adventures
podcast, also known as the AK podcast. In this podcast, we're going to talk to you about the last 9 days of our cycling around the world. We're currently cycling around the world to try and break the world record for the fastest married couple and fastest mixed pair around the world. So it's an 18,000 mile cycle, and we've just finished leg 2 of the trip. We're also doing it to raise money for Shout Mental Health Charity. Leg two of the trip was from Bangkok to Singapore. We've now hit the 4,000 mile point. We've done 29 days and we've done 4,071 miles. It's day 30 today. It's a rest day because tonight we'll be flying to Perth. So we're currently sat in a hotel bedroom in Singapore.
Yeah, resting up.
Resting for the wickies.
Yeah, it's been intense.
Yeah, the last 9 days was the bit I was dreading the most about this ride, to be honest, because I knew it was going to be hot and humid, and it definitely was.
It delivered.
It delivered on its, whatever it's called, expectation.
Yeah.
Honestly, as soon as we stepped off the plane, so we landed in Bangkok, we did an overnight flight from Istanbul. And when we landed, it was, what time in the morning? Was it about, it was 5 in the morning?
Yeah, it was like 5:30, wasn't it?
Yeah. And we were a bit panicked because we've got air tags. And when we got on the plane and started flying, my phone flashed up saying, "Your bike has been left behind, last place spotted Istanbul." So the whole flight I was thinking, oh, the bikes aren't on the plane. But they were, because when we got there, they came. Just took a bit of a while.
But they went in these big metal crates, which normally they just go straight in.
Yeah.
What I've seen before, but it was in these metal crates this time, which I'm assuming blocked the signal.
Yeah. So that was a stress. Landed at 5:30, stepped out the airport, and honestly, the humidity, I just thought, how the hell are we going to ride in there?
Yeah, like my face was dripping just from putting the bikes together.
Yeah, like just stood, you stepped outside and just stood still, your body sweats. And it's been like that for the last 9 days. Apart from yesterday was a little bit more cloudy, but literally, it's just so, you're just riding along basically in a wetsuit. Like your kit's just wet. You get off your saddle and it's just wet with sweat.
I will actually be happy to ride, not sweating now.
Yeah.
Because in Australia, we had that most days, didn't we? Where you,
Australia?
I mean Europe. Like where you could just ride and you wouldn't feel too sweaty. You'd feel quite nice temperature.
Yeah.
And then, that was just something else. You're just wet through every day. It makes you feel dirty as well.
Yeah, and then all like the bits, because obviously you've got sun cream on, so obviously you're going to wear that every day anyway, but here you're having to put it on more because you feel like you're sweating it off. So then you're feeling all hot and sweaty, you've got bits off you off the road, it's all dusty. Then you're having to rub sun cream into your legs and arms, and you just feel all the grains of dirt rubbing in.
Within seconds, you're sweating again.
Oh, it's just horrible.
The actual thought of it now we're in Singapore.
Yeah.
Is like, oh, that is such a relief.
Yeah, it's a relief to be here. Although I have enjoyed it, to be fair. Like Thailand,
beautiful.
Malaysia's so beautiful, Thailand's so beautiful. And the roads in Thailand, although they're a little bit busy, and we were on main roads, there's such a good bit for the bikes because there's always a whole hard shoulder.
Yeah.
And they're so used to mopeds, like the cars just give you loads of room. I didn't feel unsafe.
Oh, there was two or 3 days where we was literally just on the same number road.
Yeah, all day.
All day. And you just knew there'd be petrol stations and places to get something to eat.
Yeah, there's these shops called 7-Elevens. They have them in Malaysia as well, but not so much as Thailand was better for them. And literally all along the main road, there's loads of 7-Elevens, and they're basically like a convenience shop, but they've got loads of snacks. I discovered a drink called Milo, which is a Nestle chocolate milkshake, so nice. Also discovered some apple sour lollies, which are like sour apple, so refreshing. So we just kept stopping at them. They also did cheese toasters, which you like, didn't you, Kyle? And pot noodles every single night in Thailand. I think we've had 9 days here and only had 2 nights where we've not had pot noodle.
Yeah.
Which has been a bit horrible.
Because we tried to be safe, haven't we? And
yeah, because we got warned before we came about not having anything from roadside places just in case.
Well, we know someone that got ill in Thailand as well, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to be super careful and just be boring.
But it was a bit hard because you saw all the nice food. And if I was just coming on holiday here, I would have
had it. It smelled good.
Yeah, I would have had it, but because of what we're doing, it's just not worth the risk. So, pot noodle it was. And all the pot noodles are so spicy, so I ended up just having plain ones.
It did the job, though.
Yeah, I was a bit upset about the lack of fruit and veg, but...
Well, there's loads of fruit at the stalls. And you did buy some mangoes, didn't you?
Got some mangoes. I know, I did have some mangoes
Dragon
and some
fruit.
dragon fruit, but the dragon fruit didn't taste of anything.
Yeah, you was a bit upset, weren't
Yeah, I was
you?
a bit upset about that.
Because you had that in Mexico before and it was so nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was so excited for a dragon fruit and I bought one. I got back. It was a hot day. So, oh, yeah, it's going to be really nice. And I had a mouthful. It tasted nothing. I was like, what's wrong with this? Anyway, I was too hot to care. I just went to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just been a long 9 days. I can't believe that we've done over 4,000 miles already.
I can't believe we're nearly a month in.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like a whole month. And it's gone really fast, but at the same time, it's not, because the day we left feels like ages ago.
Yeah.
It really does. And home feels like so far away because it is.
I was talking yesterday because we had a cycle club in Singapore meet us yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Called the Greyhound Cycling Club. And that was really nice, but they kept like, oh, I've lost my train of thought now.
They kept what? Carl, are you a bit tired?
Yeah, I've just lost my train of
You
thought.
want to go back to sleep? It is.
Oh, they would say, oh, that was it. They were asking me like what my best bits were and does it feel like a long time ago? And Germany, I was saying like Germany and everything seems ages ago.
It does, yeah.
And I suppose it is a little bit, but it was just feels so different. So like, because everything's changed so quickly as well, even from like Germany over to Serbia and stuff, and then to Asia. So yeah, so different.
It's weird though, because it feels like we're doing it, but we're not at the same time because it's going so quick. And yeah, it's weird. Like it is going quick, but it's not. But I'm just so glad we got through the last 9 days because, as I said, that was my biggest fear. And I was quite worried about the dogs after Serbia and Bulgaria and the dog chases we had. I was thinking, oh no, Thailand's going to be the same because I've been told there's a lot of stray dogs in Thailand. But none of them really. I think we had 2 dog chases.
Yeah, and they weren't scary.
And not scary. The dogs here just like, most of them just are scared of you and run away.
Yeah.
And the ones that did chase us, as soon as you shout at them, they just put their ears back and run away.
Yeah.
But it was a bit sad to see some stray dogs. But
I came to conclusion that they're more scared of the monkeys and all that sort of stuff than they are us. So
yeah,
they're probably a bit better behaved.
yeah. But should we do like favourite things and that sort of thing?
Yeah.
We have a bit of structure here because I think we're both a little bit tired. Understandably. So Kyle, what's your best memory? What's your favourite memory from Asia?
From Asia?
Favourite moment?
Ooh. My favourite moment was not when we actually crossed into Malaysia. That wasn't my favourite bit because it was red hot.
It was 41
But
degrees.
the bit after that, when we got off the main roady bit and then started going through like the actual little villages and towns, the change like of all the trees and like then I saw a monkey literally on the first day and I was literally like, nah, this is different.
Yeah.
Then I really felt like I was seeing it.
Mm.
So that felt really nice and that was a really good memory. And a man in a car came past us at a similar sort of time and we was baking hot. And the kid said out the window, do you want a drink? And we was like, oh, no, okay. And I don't know why I said that because I was really thirsty.
I was like, I do, so I took it.
So then Amy took the drink and it was a Mountain Dew, like a red one. And we both just stood there and drank it all, didn't we? And it was so nice. And we just thought, what a nice thing to do.
I think this leg of the trip really does make you appreciate water and drinks.
Yeah,
because
someone said that to me yesterday. They was like, do you think you find yourself drinking more and more here? I was like, yeah, it was just crazy how much you just want to drink all the time.
I've been drinking at least 10 bottles, 10 750ml bottles a day, plus like juices and like drinks at petrol stations. You just have to drink so much. And I think, yeah, the focus on this leg has been keeping hydrated. And it does just make you realise like we're so like at home, you just have water out of the tap all the time. And like on this trip, there's been like a few moments where it's like, oh, I've only got half a bottle left. I hope there's a shop soon. It does just make you appreciate those moments of like having enough water.
Yeah.
Like the simple things, which I think is nice.
Yeah, because you can't just drink water from anywhere here.
No, you have to get bottled.
You can in Singapore, but not in Thailand and Malaysia. So
yeah,
so that's been interesting.
I think our main thing here has been like, that has been the main focus, just not getting heat stroke, like factor 50 sun cream, keeping hydrated. Eating's been a little bit harder because you're so hot. You don't really feel like eating, but you're kind of forcing yourself to. So that's been a little bit uncomfortable. But we have been like, to be fair, we have been eating lots of like chocolatey snacks because it's just like we found these wafers They're like wafer bars. It's like wafer and then chocolate, or wafer and peanut butter. They're really nice and they're easy to eat.
Yeah.
And ice lollies. And then we've had a few McDonald's in Malaysia, haven't we, as well?
Yeah, which is something you never normally do.
No, I'd never normally have McDonald's. I'm not a fan of it, but it's just been convenient and aircon.
What was,
Anything for aircon, to be honest.
what was your favourite moment from
Uh,
Malaysia?
I've got a few, I think. One favourite moment is definitely the first time I saw monkeys. Because I was really,
Next day, wasn't it?
yeah, I was really annoyed because we didn't see any in Thailand, but when we came the first day in Malaysia, Kyle saw a monkey and I didn't see it. And I was like, oh, I might not see one because I didn't realise how many we were going to see. And then the whole first day I didn't see one. I was really, really jealous. And then the next day we saw 53 monkeys in one day.
Yeah, it's mental.
So many. And at one point, like about 10 ran across the road. And then another one on the side of the road, there was like a big dad monkey that Kyle said must have been the king. And then around him was like loads of little tiny babies and like the female monkeys, and it just looked really funny.
Yeah, loads of small ones around him.
And they like walk on the telegraph lines above the road as well.
Mm.
And then another day there was one just sat on a telegraph line looking at us, and it was like literally staring at us, and it went.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't happy that we were going past. And then I think another favourite moment was, I think it was in Malaysia as well. So here, like kids about literally like 10, 11 years old are driving mopeds. It's crazy, with like their friend on the back. And we came through this little village and there was loads of kids on mopeds really excited to see us.
Mm.
And they were all sat on this corner, and then they saw us go past and they heard them go, come on, come on. And then they all got on their mopeds and were followed us all the way to our accommodation. Like they asked us to go and play football with them and stuff. I was like, I'm sorry, it's way too hot. It was like 40 degrees. But then we gave them all our stickers that we bought with us, and they were all so excited and had a selfie with us. And it was just like so nice. They were so excited to see us. And yeah, I think a lot, like, it's been really nice, like in Thailand and Malaysia. Like loads of cars and mopeds like beep us and wave at us and like really happy to see us, and everyone's so interested. Even when Kyle was sat outside a shop while I was in there getting dinner, a dentist came up to you, didn't he, and had a selfie with you.
Yeah, a vet came out and he was just like, you cycle? And he couldn't talk much English, but a little bit. And just speaking to him, and then he shook my hand and then just wanted a selfie with me because he just, I don't know, I think he was just impressed by what we were doing. But
yeah, it's really nice.
So
People are really like interested. And then like at traffic lights, like we've had so many conversations with random people on mopeds who just start talking to us and ask us what we're doing.
But they know that we're not from here, and they always go, where are you from?
Yeah.
As soon as how it starts, and you tell them, and then you tell them you're cycling. And yeah, and they're just super like excited, aren't they?
Yeah, one man offered us to go and have breakfast at his house.
Yeah, it was so nice, but we're on a bit of a schedule.
Yeah, so that was my favourite moments, I think, have been like the people we've interacted with. And also I think the views like in Malaysia, like going through the jungle and stuff, just been amazing.
Mm.
In Thailand we didn't really have as many views. It was more just like main road and little towns.
But that's just, I said to Amy, I said that's partly our fault just because that's the way we planned it.
Yeah, got to do the fastest route.
Stick to the easiest, fastest route. And that was really fast going, to be fair.
Yeah.
We seemed to tick out each day pretty quickly, which was nice.
Yeah, we changed our schedule. So like Europe, we were getting up at 5, leaving at 6. Whereas here we were getting up at like 4:15, leaving at 5:15, just to get some hours in and not in the heat.
Well, there was like 2 or 3 days in Thailand where we could have probably quite comfortably done like 20, 30 more miles.
Yeah.
But we just stuck to the plan, and there was no point finishing earlier because we planned it out for the flight and stuff.
Yeah, we already had the flight booked.
So, yeah, it worked out well at the end.
Yeah, and it's also so important. We've been making sure that we get 7 hours sleep every night because we know that like recovery is the most important thing. So, yeah.
Probably partly down to the reason why I'm feeling pretty good at the minute.
Yeah.
Is because there's been a few times where we're like, oh, we could push on, we feel guilty for not doing more. But then we know how much better you feel the next day when you've slept properly, and it's a knock-on effect as well, isn't it? So
yeah, like we've still got over 13,800 or something miles.
Yeah, we're not even a quarter.
So we're not even a quarter of the way. So we need to just like maintain what we're doing, because if we push ourselves now too much, then we will just peter out, which we don't want. So.
Yeah.
Right, what's your least favourite moment? Your worst moment from this leg?
From this leg?
Yeah. I know mine already.
Day 1 was bad.
Yeah.
In terms of...
Oh, that airport and stuff.
Because I had to put no disrespect to you, you can't put the bikes together. And you just went and got drinks and stuff, didn't you? And sorted the bags out. But I was putting the bikes together. I was red hot. I was literally dripping with sweat. It took me an hour and a half, whatever, to put the bikes together and get them ready. And then we realised that we had to go to the bike shop because we needed to double check a few things and get some inner tubes.
You used to tighten up some bolts and
And
stuff.
yeah, and we left the airport and it wasn't clear where to go, and we ended up getting lost and getting told to get off these certain roads. And then one of the people told us we had to cross over this main motorway bit, which you couldn't get across.
We all stood there for like
So
10
it's just
minutes and
like
could
the
not get across.
stress and like getting through Bangkok. But then when we got out the other side of Bangkok, it was nice. But then it was just so hot and we weren't used to it.
No, it was so horrible as well because we couldn't cross the main road. We had to go over this walkway bridge.
Oh yeah, we had to carry the bikes over the bridge.
Oh, and we had to take all our bags off our bikes. And then obviously we can't carry the bags and the bikes at the same time. So it's like one at a time, walk up these stairs, lean the bikes at the top, then go back down, bring the bags up, which you can't carry all at the same time. Then we had to like walk across the bridge and then one at a time carry the bikes down, carry the bags down while sweating in like 35-degree heat on like 3 hours sleep because we just had an overnight flight where I didn't really sleep.
Actually both of us didn't really sleep, did we?
Yeah, so, and then we rode 110 miles that
So
day.
we did quite well that day to actually do what we did.
But I was just riding along thinking, if it's going to be this hot every day, I don't know if I can do this.
I feel like it took me a couple of days to get my energy back up to what it
Yeah.
was, just from the flight and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was my worst.
But
What was
I'm glad we did that because that means we've got like a day off today now, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
What was yours?
My worst moment, I think you know, the Gecko Hotel.
Yeah, how have I skipped
I
that?
thought that would be your worst moment.
Well,
I can't believe
that
you
is
say
actually, to be fair, that is actually my worst.
So basically, our accommodation, we just book it the night before because obviously we don't want to book too far in advance because you never know what's going to happen. And yeah, we booked this accommodation and it's all really cheap anyway, and it was cheap. But it looked okay on the pictures. It was just like every night we just try and
basic,
yeah, it's just like a bedroom, a little kitchen, a toilet, shower. But we got there and it'd been a really hot day and we walked in and basically there was quite a lot of resident geckos there who leave quite a lot of resident poo around. Basically, it just felt like it had not been cleaned. Like there was poo on the bed sheets.
Yeah.
The towels, there wasn't any towels out. I found some in a drawer that smelt like mildew, like just really damp and disgusting. And honestly, I was like, I don't think we can stay. I don't know if I can stay here. But then we had no other option. There was nowhere else anywhere nearby, and it was getting late. So we were like, we're going to have to stay here. And I was just felt so horrible staying there.
Felt dirty, yeah.
Like I didn't even use the towel. I just drip dried in the air.
And sliders on because we don't have our feet on the floor.
Yeah, and then I was like worried about geckos going in my bike bag, so I had to shut them all up for the night. And like going on our food and stuff. And then we were going to sleep and I just heard these sounds, which I thought was gunshots. So I started thinking we were going to get attacked.
So then when I finally did start to doze off, Amy woke me up then and was like, that's not gunfire, is it? I was like, no.
It was fireworks. And then I eventually managed to get to sleep, but what I was doing was I was pretending I was in my own bed at home. So I was like imagining I was at home in my own bed. And then I heard this real at like 2 a.m. in the morning. I was like, what the hell is that? So I looked out the window and there was a man next door just chopping up wood at 2 in the morning. So then I started getting scared about that. Don't know why.
No, it was nuts.
And then also the other factor that was scaring me was that there was a massive lake outside, and Carl told me as we were riding down, oh, I think I've just seen a crocodile swim across there.
Or alligator or whatever.
Alligator. So then I was constantly petrified we were going to get eaten by something. And snake, and it because there was like all gaps in the doors in the house. So I kept thinking, what happens if a snake comes in and tries to eat us or attack us? I don't know. Anyway, when you're tired, sometimes like my mind just runs away with thoughts anyway. So I was just spiraling in these worries and I just couldn't sleep. And honestly, I think it was the quickest get ready we had in the morning to go. But then at the same time, we were both just saying to each other, like, some people don't have a house. We've got a roof over our head. We've got a bed. So let's just be grateful for that. It's only one night of our lives. Some people have this and worse every night of their life. So although we did moan about it and feel a bit horrible, like we did remind ourselves to not be silly about it and just get on with it basically. But yeah, that was my worst moment. And probably as well another worst moment has just been overall the heat, because I've had heat rash all over my legs, all over my arms. I actually got it all over my stomach on one day because it got really rainy and then it got really hot. But we've coped with it and we've got aloe vera, so we just keep on wickying on basically.
Yeah.
And I've had really happy moments in this leg, and I'm really glad we've done it. Because it's something I never ever imagined I'd do. Like we've seen monkeys, we've seen these big bison things going across the road.
That was a bit scary as well.
Yeah, we got to see a dragon temple.
That was really cool.
That was something we didn't plan. We just like looked where our
It's where we were
accommodation
staying,
was.
wasn't it?
Yeah, and it just said, "Oh, close to the dragon temple." And we're like, "What's that?" It was literally on the way, so we just decided to finish a little bit later and go and have a look at it. And it was just this big temple with like loads of decorations and colours and stuff. And it's just nice to see, to actually have like a moment of, we're not just riding, we're actually seeing something here. Although you do see loads of stuff when you're riding through, but we just stopped for a minute, which was really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been like, definitely I think it's made us stronger.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the days, although it's been beautiful, has been like it's just the heat. It's just so, I don't know how people live here.
I have just looked up crocodiles are a thing in Malaysia.
I know.
Saltwater crocodiles.
Did you see one?
Yeah, with that massive river in that place.
I
But
know.
I mean, seeing it and I saw it swim. You can just see it swimming along.
Yeah, and that's why I couldn't sleep, because I kept thinking, what happens if it comes ashore and decides it wants some dinner? I'm pretty sure it would want more than just the
And the
gecko.
track we had to get back to get on the road was literally like by the bushes, by the river.
Yeah, I was scared.
So in the morning wasn't pleasant.
Oh, another moment when I was scared was the day before yesterday. We were cycling up through a jungle, which was amazing. Like literally, you can always hear so many birds and wildlife. It's just so nice. But as we were cycling up very slowly in the heat, we saw a sign that basically said warning. What was it? Jaguars.
There's quite a steep climb on it.
Yeah.
And then it said like warning, big cats. Basically, I thought jaguar, but jaguars aren't in Malaysia.
Oh.
And then after doing a bit of research, there's Malay tigers and stuff. And although very rare, there's a lot of big cats, and it is actually a real risk. And you don't think about that because you're riding your bike, and you sort of become a bit ignorant, don't you?
Yeah.
And forget that you're in Malaysia cycling through like basically like a little rainforest thing.
Yeah.
And there might be these things there. And then I saw it and I was a bit like, just don't think about it, just get it right.
Well, I kept seeing you looking to the side, looking in the bushes.
That was more that bird that was doing that siren noise. It was horrible.
Oh yeah, there was a bird.
It was like a siren
Like that.
for ages, and it was irritating me.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a horrible noise.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was warning me from the big cats.
I thought you were looking for the big cats.
No, but it did make me think when I saw that sign. I was like, we're going very slowly here.
This one could come and get us.
Yeah.
I wasn't really scared though, because there was quite a lot of cars coming past, so I thought if one does come, they can.
Yeah, I did.
They can help us.
Worst case.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just so like, it's just a place I never thought I'd come. I think if I came back, I definitely want to go and see some of the beaches.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because that's something we kept going past signs to the beach and being like, oh.
Yeah, it's a shame because we're not on a sightseeing.
No, but we are on a challenge, we're on a world record.
We try to see things if we can, but.
And we want to go as fast as we can, and that's not going to a beach. So
yeah,
we're not on holiday.
And there has been a few times on this leg where, like I said, we think we can go faster.
Yeah.
But we're being mindful that it's still very early.
We definitely could have gone further some days, but.
And it's also knowing that line, isn't it? Because I think if you push yourself over that line this early on,
you can't.
Then you've got to try and recover, and then you've got to try and maintain what you're trying to do, and then it can get very sticky very quickly.
Yeah. And we're flying 3 days ahead of schedule to Perth.
Yeah.
So that is really, really good.
We're ahead of schedule anyway.
Yeah. And the next leg of the trip is Perth to Brisbane. We are going to be going via Adelaide and Melbourne.
Yeah.
So if anyone's around and wants to come and give us a wave, please do. But yeah, I'm just so excited now. I feel like we've really settled into this now. I'm not really scared anymore.
I'm in routine.
Yeah, I love the actual flight days take us out of our routine. Like today I feel a bit lost because it's like I just want to get up and ride. Like I feel like I just want to be on my bike.
It's kind of nice in the sense that you're resting your legs, but you do feel
I think mentally
out of sync.
Yeah, mentally it's just like you want to keep going, but
you can sort of see some of your bits and bobs just packed a bit weirdly, and
yeah,
you just feel a bit out of place. But
yeah, it feels weird. And like yesterday when we got to the airport in Singapore, it was actually really good. There's a really good bike lane and there's a bike washing bit. So we did all that, packed the bikes, got them to the airport, and we left the bikes in like a really secure bag drop, like with security, because it's really hard to lug them around everywhere. And we had to go up to the 4th floor in this massive, honestly, the Singapore airport has got this massive shopping centre with a massive indoor.
Or Jewel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Jewel. It's got an indoor waterfall, and last night was like a laser show in the waterfall, which we watched, didn't we?
Yeah,
we had
it's
pizza.
really
we had a sit-down meal, and we had pizza, and it's the first one we've had this whole trip, so it was really nice because every night we've just been cooking for ourselves.
It felt quite romantic, actually.
Yeah, it did, but I looked blooming awful. Because we literally just had a shower and went straight there. We were both wearing our sliders around the airport as well. We bought sliders in Istanbul because we threw all the shoes away because they were so uncomfortable. But when we arrived, we were obviously in all of our sweaty kit. We've just been washing the bikes, cycled 100 miles.
And the people in the lift.
Oh, we walked into the lift and I felt so sorry for the people in the lift. I just saw one man just put his hand over his nose. And, like, he looked away and I was thinking, oh, God, we smell so bad. Like, I've been wearing these shorts. We've been washing our kit on the go.
They were fresh washed the night before.
They were fresh washed the night before, but they didn't smell fresh anymore.
Well, we had a thunderstorm first thing in the morning, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, and I just felt so disgusting and, like, so embarrassed. But then at the same time, I'm like, well, we're riding around the world. What do you expect?
I fully embrace that level of dirty embarrassment now.
Yeah.
So, like, when I walk into a shop, I know that I smell.
Yeah.
And you can tell people can smell you.
Yeah.
But it's got to the point now where it's literally like, I don't care.
I hope we smell less in Australia because I don't think we'll be sweating.
No, I'm pretty confident we smelt a lot better in Europe.
Yeah, but I feel like we still will.
We didn't smell good here.
Anyone that wants to come and ride with us, just, know that we will smell. So sorry about that.
We will try and have all fresh kit washed.
Yeah.
And make sure we don't smell too bad.
Yeah, I was hanging my kit off the back of my bike at one point, but then I decided to stop doing that because it was too dusty on the road and dirty.
It did work.
Yeah.
It dried quite quick, but
not in the dusty, dirty places though.
No idea, no.
No. But yeah, I'm just so glad to be, like, I can't believe we're in Singapore. Like, what? I never ever thought I'd come here either. And it was so nice yesterday. These 3 people from the cycle club came and met us. I got a bit stressed in the. I always get a bit stressed at the border crossings.
Yeah.
And there was these electric gates which we weren't meant to use, but we didn't know. We had to go to the manual person, but we didn't realise a person was there. And the gate opened and I went in. And you had to, like, do a photo of your face, and it wouldn't let me out. And I was just going, Kyle, I can't get out.
Oh yeah, I had the same issue and I just walked round the barrier.
Yeah.
Amy didn't want to do that.
I was scared.
So, and then I just went back to the start. But
and then
all I could hear was you shouting me.
Yeah, because I thought you'd gone through and you're going to leave me.
I wouldn't leave. I would.
No.
When she said that, I was like, as if I'd just leave you there.
Oh, I've got another moment that's been a blip. I've got your blip.
What?
Your blip was yesterday morning. So basically we were riding and to be fair, it was the busiest road we've had, I think, so far.
And we'd had a thunderstorm.
And we had a thunderstorm in the morning. Like, yesterday was quite hard going. And the lorries were passing us so close. And the cars, like, the whole time in Asia, we've had really friendly cars passing us wide. Everyone's really great. But yesterday morning, I think maybe because we were getting towards the border.
Yeah.
Johor Bahru, it's called, isn't it? Johor Bahru or something, yeah. Right near the Singapore border. It was so busy. So we were, like, staying right tucked in. And Kyle basically was riding in front of me and decided just to go off the edge of the road into the gravelly bit.
Well,
I saw it happening.
I was just getting nervous because we'd had quite a few really close passes.
Yeah.
And someone swore at us.
Yeah, so this lorry went past and the woman shouted out the window, "You stupid, stupid people," and put a middle finger up at us.
So then I was like...
She'd done nothing wrong.
So then I was obviously being very cautious, so I was sticking right to the edge of the road, like really right to the edge.
Yeah, and I was right behind you. And
also, when you've got the weight of the bikes, so, like, then my front wheel veered off the tarmac onto the bit of gravel, and then I tried to just get the wheel back onto the tarmac, and then it just caught the side, it got, like, a bit deeper and caught the sidewall, and then my bike just went.
And basically, I just saw Kyle go into the gravel, back onto the road, and kind of skid and fall off sideways and, like, skid across the floor a little bit. And because I was so close, but it felt like slow motion, yeah. I broke and kind of went to the side and also skidded, but skidded into Kyle. And all I saw was Kyle's little face going, "Amy, it's okay. And I was just going, and then I just went, "Kyle, no." And then, but look, it was so lucky that to be fair, the panniers, the tail fin bags actually protect the bikes because it lands on the bags. So because it was slow motion, we kind of had a little skid. There was no damage to either of the bikes. Kyle's bar tape was a little bit ripped.
Luckily, because it was in slow motion in my previous falls, I sort of knew that I had to turn myself around a little bit.
Yeah.
So as I fell and it felt like it was in slow motion, I sort of spun my body to the ground rather than try and cut all my hands up again.
Yeah.
So that seemed to work. And then as I turned around, all I could see was Amy coming over the top, looking really concerned and upset. And I'm like, "It's all right, Amy, I've got you. Like, and I was just basically trying to catch Amy just to make sure she felt okay. And it was funny because in that moment, the only thing I thought of was, "Amy, I'm fine. It's okay."
And yeah, and then we both literally got up and looked at each other and were like, we're fine. I got your sunglasses off the road.
Looking around each other.
Sunglasses are on the road, so I quickly got them. We're on a busy road. We were both just like, we were both just like in autopilot. I was like, I'm fine, are you fine? We're like, yeah, we're
Get the
fine.
bikes over.
The bikes are okay, right, let's go. And all I've got is literally the tiniest little graze on my arm. And you've got a little graze on your arm, and that's it.
Yeah, it ripped my arm. Luckily, I actually had
Arm warmers on.
If I'd
Arm
not-
covers.
Yeah, but if I'd not had them on, because I obviously hit the ground a bit harder.
Yeah, you might have had worse.
If I'd not had them arm warmers on, because it's quite sore now.
They're not warmers, are they? I mean, you don't want them.
No, UV
protection. Yeah.
If I'd not had them on, though, I'd think how deep that cut would have been.
Yeah.
But no, it was lucky.
Very lucky. And sometimes, although like you don't want these things to happen, it is like a blessing in disguise, because now I know you're going to be super cautious of like staying focused to not let that happen
It
again.
wasn't even like a focus. I think I was being over focused in terms of trying to stay out of the way. And sometimes I can be a bit too friendly for the driver.
Yeah, see, Kyle's the opposite. I'm a bit more like, I ride further out into the road because then the drivers have to go around you. Sometimes I think if you took in too much, they take more risks of like going closer to you. So I ride, even this man in, where was it? It was in Serbia, where he was like, just ride out near the middle of the road.
Hungary.
In Hungary, yeah.
The man says that's what you have to do.
Said that's what you do here. So like I've been trying to ride further out because then the cars see you better and they go round you more.
He was literally riding near the centre line.
He was riding right. I was like, I'm not going to ride that far.
Yeah, I see you flipping it. I bet you get well annoyed.
I always say ride at least a drain's width away from the curb.
In fairness.
That's what I learnt in my cycling proficiency as a child, actually.
Yeah, but in my defence, usually at home, I do.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to.
Yeah.
But when you're in different countries and you don't know their ways of doing things.
Yeah.
Until someone that lives there tells you.
Yeah.
I always stick to be more on the cautious side.
Yeah, but we've got lights.
We're fine. We can only do what we could do. We can only control things we can control. So
yeah,
we're all good.
We're very lucky that we just literally just got off with some scratches.
I mean, my top of my shoulder, left shoulder, is very muscular sore.
Yeah.
I think I've just hit the ground a little bit. It's just made my shoulder a little bit sore, but nothing major. Just
keep on going on. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
Don't go in any more gravel off the road.
Apart from that, we've been good.
Yeah.
I'm excited just to get stuck into the next.
I'm really excited for Australia. I just hope I can have some more fruit and veg.
We've actually got 3 weeks of solid riding.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. No flights for a while. I think it's like 4,000 miles across Australia, which is crazy because it's like we're going to double the mileage we've done basically now when we get there because it's so big. And I'm really excited to see a kangaroo.
Yeah,
really.
Any funny bits.
I get so excited about seeing the animals. Actually, I did have a few tears on this leg.
Yeah.
I've had 2 cries on this leg. One cry was like day 3. I was just so hot, and it was so hot in the morning with these traffic lights. The sun hadn't even come up, and I just struggled in the heat, and I had salt all over me, like salt. I'm a salty sweater, and I just was so tired, and I was just like, I don't know if I can. Not, I've never thought I don't know if I can do it, but I was thinking, oh, today's just going to be so hard and like hot. But then like 10 miles later, I was happy again and loving it. So it's just those mental battles sometimes.
I was proud of you though, because that was the one thing you was really worried about.
Because I've never been good in the heat. And I was having hot sweats on top of it because of being a woman. And then I had a really bad stomach ache, didn't I? Like stomach cramp to a point where I was like, I get these really bad stomach cramps sometimes where I'm like doubled over in pain. And they only last like 2 or 3 hours and they do pass. But
that's enough.
I had that in the heat one morning and I was in so much pain and it was just so horrible. It stopped at this petrol station. I just couldn't stand still because I was in so much pain.
Whatever it was.
I had some Buscopan, yeah, that always helps. And then it was just so horrible being hot and in pain and just, but then it's nowhere near as hard as like what I've been through mentally before and people struggling with their mental health. So I just try not to complain and just try and get on with it. And yeah, just remind myself like what we're doing, we've chosen to do. So we can't complain. We've got to make the most of it. And I think we have been really good at being positive.
Yeah.
And trying to enjoy it. Although it's a challenge, we want to enjoy it as well.
We don't want people to think that it's just all been plain sailing and easy.
No, it's not been easy.
There's been, people see the good stuff on Instagram and stuff, but there's been a lot of challenges. It's not been easy in any aspect, has it? But
there's also been a lot.
There's been a lot of good points, and it's so up and down, which is what I expected actually.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it an adventure as well, and also it makes it a challenge.
Anyway, should we move on to one thing I've done this leg that's annoyed you, and one thing I've done this leg that's made you love me more?
Right. Okay.
Go on then.
I'll start with the annoyed one first.
Yeah, I know what this is going to be.
We was going through, what's the name of it?
Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur. There we go.
the capital of Malaysia.
So bearing in mind, we knew that we didn't have the Southeast Asian maps on our Garmin's when we got here. That
We
was
didn't.
the
Yeah.
oversight on our behalf.
When we arrived, we realised the Garmin's don't have the Asian map, so it's literally just a purple line. You can't see any of the roads.
But because we're very fortunate in some of the situations, we just assumed that they'd have all the maps on in the world.
Yeah.
Because we've got all of Europe. When we got here, we realised that wasn't the case. Like I say, an oversight on our part. So we've been using my phone and Strava to navigate through places. So it's super clear. So I was navigating through Kuala Lumpur, which was relatively easy most of the way.
Yeah.
But then we got to a bit where it's like a motorway, which you can't go on, and then these other bits. And I was just following my Strava, and it obviously takes me the right way because it's for bikes. And I was going this way, and he went, "You can't go on there." And I was like, "You can, you can." And then I carried on cycling. She went, "No, you can't. You need to stop. You need to go that way. I think it's this way." So then I stopped.
I thought it was a motorway.
So then we started going the other way, and then she went, "Oh, I don't think you can go this way either." And then she wanted to go this other way. And then I went, "Amy, I don't think it's that way." And she was like, "No, it is. It is. It's got to be this way." So then we started going that way, and then I realised it wasn't that way at all. And then I was just like, if I'm navigating, I'm the only one with actually anything to navigate with. And you're telling me we're going the wrong way. And then we had to get across this extremely busy road to get back to where we needed to be,
Yeah.
which was just mental. So then I got a bit annoyed. And then we smoothed that over, carried on. Then got to another bit, and then she told me to go a different way again. And for some reason, I do listen to her. And we went the wrong way again. I went, this is getting silly now. It's actually getting dangerous because you're actually stopping us in places that are wrong.
Yeah, but then at the other bit.
But then I managed to navigate us way back onto.
No, and then the other bit, you were like, we need to go up there, up there, up there. And that was the time when I was right because that was a motorway.
Yeah, you got
Because
one
you put
right,
the
yeah.
instructions in
No,
for
but
a
that's
car.
when I started to use Google Maps to get to our accommodation. And Google Maps, for some reason in Malaysia, wouldn't let us do it via bike.
No, it only let you do
In
car.
Thailand and Malaysia, for some reason, if you look for directions to places, it'll say Google can't find a way by bike. So
Maybe
it's always a bit of a pain. So you have to do it by car.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't understand that you can't go on there. So then I started doing it by walk, which I learned.
Yeah.
So that was my annoyance. But the thing that made me realise what made me love you more was the day when you was in pain and stuff, and then knowing how hard it was for you, and knowing that you were getting through it.
Yeah.
And I could see that it was a struggle, and you do struggle in the heat, and we always knew that. And then to see you just keep digging away and like really just getting on with it was, yeah, I thought I was proud of you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Right, my thing for love and lump. I think my lump has been just sometimes when you get hot, you get a little bit grouchy. Not too bad, but there's been a few moments where like you've got annoyed at me where I've not really done much wrong. And you're like, oh, you always do that, and you always do that. I can't think of a specific moment, but it's like you just say always, and I'm like, what do you mean always? I've done one thing. It's like I think like with the navigation and stuff, and
I think it was a navigation thing.
Yeah, and like I can't think of a specific example, but like yeah, just getting hot and flustered and like, oh, that was it. You were like, you were really hot one day, and you hadn't had a coffee yet, and you looked really like you were struggling, and you were like, so I was like, oh, are you okay? You were like, yeah, I'm just really hot. And I was like, oh, you're struggling a bit, like being nice. And you were like, no, you'd love to see me struggle, wouldn't you? And I was like, what are you on about? I was like, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm just asking if you're okay. You're like, yeah, you'd love to see me struggle.
No, what I said was, I went, no, I'm not struggling, but I went, no, I'm not struggling. And then you went, to make matters worse, I think she does this on purpose sometimes to wind me up. She went, well, you look like you're struggling.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
No, I said, oh.
And then I was like, I'm not actually, no, I'm not. I'd say you'd love to see that, wouldn't you?
No, I literally just said, oh, you look like you're struggling a bit. That's what I didn't mean it in any way.
You responded in the way I said,
yeah, but
you look like you're struggling.
You just took it the wrong way. And you were like, you'd love to see me struggle.
I was like, no, I just need a drink.
We had a bit of a tiff because I was like, that's really horrible. You think I'd love to see you struggle? I was like, well, you don't know me if you think that because I wouldn't want to see you struggle.
Yeah.
And then we got in a little bit of a tiff, but then we were fine again because we always like can laugh about it now because it's quite funny to think about.
Yeah.
But
in the moment.
So that was that. And then the thing I love more about, the thing that's made me love you more, I think has been like just how like you've like the same as what you said to me really, like how you've just like powered through and just not really complained and just got on with it. And just in the mornings, how good you've been in the mornings of like, you've not been too grumpy getting up at 4:15 in the morning.
No, that's
Like
surprised me, to be honest.
yeah, you've been really good, but I think you're just in the zone, aren't you? Of like wanting to do this challenge.
I think the thing, when I get focused, I'm very focused.
Yeah.
But I'm just.
Oh, and there was one moment when the kids were coming, you were really like ready for a drink of water and hot.
I'd not drank for ages.
Yeah,
I was
and
like, I want to finish.
even it's one of my favourite memories when all those kids were there. You saw them
It was nice
coming.
in the end.
In the end, you were fine. You were giving them stickers and you were like really talking to them and really happy. But when you saw them coming, you were like, "Oh, I can't bother for this. I need to get in and get a drink. I'm not doing this." You're like, "I want to just get in now."
Yeah, I was like, I need to get in
I
there.
hope they don't follow
I need
us.
to get a drink. Yeah.
But then it was fine.
And
But
it
yeah.
sounds really horrible, but I was like, I need to drink something.
Yeah.
And I can't stand here for 15, 20 minutes while.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I gave them stickers and I was nice.
Yeah, you were fine.
But it was just because it was the end of the day and we'd not drank for a while. So
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was kind of feeling the same.
it was hot.
Yeah.
But that was only like a day or two into Malaysia as well. So.
And also just like another, in terms of like favourite moments, you know, you just step from the hot into an aircon room. That is just heaven.
Like a different world, isn't it?
It's so heavenly.
I saw a TikTok. I was doing a bit of doom scrolling the other night when I was just on the toilet, I think.
Oh, God.
And there was a video came up and it was like when English people are in Thailand. And it was literally just like when you walk into a 7-Eleven and it was so true. Like you walk in and you sort of just look up at the aircon like, oh.
It's literal heaven.
It's like,
so
it's hard
nice
to explain that feeling unless you've been here.
Yeah.
And now I really get it.
Because it's not just the heat, it's the humidity. It's just the fact that you honestly feel like you're in a steam room.
Yeah.
It's like people pay good money for them at home, but I don't want one for ages. Although I do think now, you know, if I ever go for a spa day, normally I can't sit in the sauna or the steam room for hardly any time. I get too hot. I feel like now I'd just be able to sit in there for hours. So I've literally done that for the last 9 days.
There was one day where it was 42 degrees it got up to, wasn't it? After that McDonald's
43.
And I'm not joking. Like, I'm good in the heat. That was something else with that humidity. And I was like, this is nuts. And I got to the next petrol station and I said to Amy, I said, do you know what? People have asked me so many times, what's your advice? Like, how would you train for this? Now I've ridden here, my best bit of advice is jump in the steam room, put your turbo in there, put a fan on to blow even more hot air in your face, and then try and ride 250k. And only stop every 15, 20 miles to get a drink. And then you'll fully know what it's like to ride in Malaysia.
Don't actually do that because you will
Don't do that. That's it. But that's how I was describing that day.
Yeah,
it was just like, oh, there's no way to explain it. You couldn't train for that.
No. But we did it, and that's the main thing. And we keep on going.
Yeah. On to the next one.
So yeah, I think we'll end it there because we're now going to go and have a little look around the jewel place that we're in, this big shopping centre. And we are, because our flight, it's only 9:30 in the morning, our flight's not till 7:30 tonight, we might get a taxi in Singapore and go to this indoor garden thing that we've been told about. It's really nice.
Yeah, someone messaged me, the bike shop man in Perth, Dennis, he messaged me and said that's somewhere you should really see.
A botanical garden. And I feel like we should go and see it while we're here because we'll probably never come again, so...
And also, it's probably a good way to switch the brain off and...
Yeah, go and look at some plants.
Yeah.
As long as there's no insects in there that's going to bite me. Because we've done so well, I thought I was going to get bitten to death here. I've got one flybite this whole time.
I had one that swelled up quite bad then on my leg.
And that's it.
And then I've had one more on my calf, which hasn't swelled up.
But we've been using deep spray, and I've been using these Bear Grylls...
Bracelets.
Which
you can respray.
And you respray that basically smell like this citronella thing that flies don't like. And then you can respray them with deep spray to make them keep working. So... they've been doing an absolute cracking
Although I might
job.
do away with them now.
And my fingers, to be honest, I've got the worst ever glove tan line, so I've got fingerless gloves. And so I've got like basically really brown fingers and really white hands. It's really funny.
Yeah, we've got some funny tan lines, like you see my watch one there, Amy.
Oh yeah. And I am hoping if we have time to get my nails done, because I had my nails done the day before we started and I've still got the same ones.
You wanted it in Istanbul, didn't you?
Yeah, Istanbul we didn't have time. And they're getting so long, I'm struggling to actually do anything with my fingers. So I need to get them off and get new ones. And I know that's not a necessity on a world record, but...
bit of self-care.
I like a little bit of self-care. And they're not fake nails, they're my actual nails. They've just got gel on. Anyway, that was a pointless bit of information for you. So thank you so much for listening. There is a link for our live tracking link and charity donations in the description if anyone wants to donate or see where we are. You can track us live. And the next podcast we do, we've decided it's just too much to try and do them while we're riding. So we're just going to always do them on a flight day. So it'll be when we finish Australia.
Yeah,
So
we have a lot to talk about them.
And then on my channel on YouTube, there'll be some training videos going out showing how we train for this ride. So there'll be some videos going out as well. But thank you so much for listening. TT's the FN. Ta-ta for now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.